Happy day, everyone. We got some Broomstick Oly coming at you today, so we're going to warm you up, get you going, work on some skills, and work on some of that squat development as well. So, today, let's warm up by getting our feet underneath of our hips and our PVC, broomstick, hockey stick, whatever it happens to be, in our hands in a nice wide grip. So we have that nice wide grip position ready to go. We're going to get that nice high pull. So we're going to pull that bar up to the sternum, keeping those elbows back and up, and then bring the bar back to the hip. We're going to pull back up again, nice and slow, and then come back down. One more time, pull back and up, and back down. From here, we're going to pull up to the sternum, slowly turning over into that overhead position, and then come back in reverse. And again, pull to the sternum, turn over, and then come back in reverse. And one more time, pull up to the sternum, and pull back and up and over, and pull to the shoulders. From here, we'll shimmy our feet out into our squat stance. We'll take a nice big breath, squeeze through the glutes, we'll pull the hips back into a good morning. And from here, we're gonna stand up nice and tall, big breath, and rotate low rib. Come back through center, rotate low rib, and then we'll come back to center, and forward fold again. Nice and slow, we'll stand tall, take a big breath, rotate low rib, come back through, rotate low rib, come back through, and forward fold, get into that nice good morning. And one more time, nice and tall, big breath in, rotate low rib, come back through, rotate low rib, through. Nice. And then from here, we're going to work on just kind of waking things up a little bit more through that body. So we're going to bring our feet in under our hips. I'm going to take one heel in front of the toe, squeezing my glutes. I'm going to pull back in that good morning, taking that PVC towards that straight leg, and then come back up. I'm going to do that again. Squeeze, pull into that good hinge, weight evenly through that flat foot, rotate, and come back up. And one more time, big squeeze, pull back, rotate, and come back up. We'll come back up and switch those feet out. So heel in front, nice and tall, big squeeze, pull back, flat foot, rotate, and then come back up, nice and tall, squeeze those glutes, pull, rotate, and come back up. Squeeze those glutes, and then again, pulling back to that good hinge, rotate, and stand tall. Good. From here, we'll bring our feet back underneath the hips or just outside. We're going to press the bar into that overhead position, come back down, and press the bar up, and come back down, and press the bar up, and come down to the front. Excellent. So last time, we started off with that little opener in that position work exercise where we turn the hands over. We're going to do the same thing. So we're going to take the bar to mid-thigh, so we get a nice little hinge. Weight through the midfoot. We're going to turn those hands palms forward, opening up the biceps and the chest. We'll take hold of that PVC pipe. We'll take the bar down to above the knee. Turn the hands, palms over. Turn the hands over again. Take everything down, hips and shoulders below the knee. Weight through the midfoot. We're going to turn those palms forward. Nice open chest, open bicep. Turn those hands over. We're going to stand the bar up to mid-thigh and that hip. Now pushing through those hips and legs, drive that bar up into that muscle snatch. We'll come down to the back of the neck and we'll slide those feet out to our squat stance. Now, we're going to squeeze those glutes, pull those ribs in. We're going to do a pressing snatch balance. So we're going to press that bar and press ourselves underneath of that bar. So big breath. Press slowly down into the bottom of your overhead squat. It might be tight today. Actively holding that position. Stand tall. Whew. Bring those feet under. Bar comes down. And I'm going to do the next rep from the side so you can see. So again, feet under the hips are just outside. Let's take the bar to mid-thigh. I'm going to turn the palms over so I can stretch out those arms, those shoulders. Feel the lats kick on a bit. Now take hold, taking the bar to launch just above the knee. Palms Turn them back over. Shoulders and hips come down below the knee. Nice and settled. Palms forward. Nice and active through the chest. Nice and open through the bicep. Take hold. Now let's stand the bar up to the hip. Pause briefly. Now push the legs. Muscle snatch. Pull the bar down behind the neck. We're going to shimmy our feet out to our squat stance. Squeeze the glutes. Take a big breath and press yourself down into that nice overhead squat. Super active. Pressing through the bar. Stand up. Feet come back under. Bar comes to the front. I'm going to do one more rep of that. So my feet are in that hip width position. I'm going to take the bar to mid-thigh. Palms turn face forward. Take hold again. Take the knee, turn the bar to the knees. Palms forward. Take hold. Everything comes down below. Palms forward. And take hold. Now getting set, nice and tight. Push through those legs. Stand to mid-thigh / the hip. And push through those legs some more. Muscle snatch. Pull the bar down behind the neck. Feet come out to that squat stance. Nice and tight. Press yourself under the bar. Nice and stable. Strong squat stand. Feet come under. Bar comes down. Awesome. Woo! Awesome job, you guys. Now, let's continue to build. We're going to do a little snatch warm-up that I'm a fan of. We're going to work on the Catalyst, kind of a snatch primer. So it's a little different than Burner. We're going to see some similar pieces to that warm-up. If you have a little lift that you'd like to use to put your heels on for one portion of this movement, please grab them, keep them close. Quickly pause the video, grab that, come back. If you don't, you're like, I'll just do what I can. Just take it to the depth of squat that you can maintain good position with. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get our big, wide grip here. My feet are going to start underneath of my hips or just outside. I'm going to start with a nice high pull. So just like we started, I'm going to pull to my sternum, nice and high, and back down. Get tight through the glutes and ribs. Pull and back down. Good. Pull and back down. 2 more. Pull, back down, and pull, back down. Now we're going to pull to the sternum and punch the bar overhead, just like we did. Tall muscle snatch. A little bit more oomph this time. So we're going to pull, punch, and then come back to neutral at the hip. Set, pull, punch. Come back down. Get set, pull, punch. That fast turnover into that good overhead position. Come back down. Pull, punch. It's very important that when we punch, we're punching into the overhead. We're punching up and not back. Last one. Pull, punch. And we'll come down behind the neck. Good. Now some wide grip shoulder press. Squeeze your glutes, set the ribs. Press into that overhead position. Come back down. Press into the overhead position. Come back down. For 3. Back down. For 4. Down, and 5. Keep the bar there. We're going to step it out into our squat stance. Now from here, we're going to do some slow squats. Pressing into the bar the whole time. Squat. Keep pressing. Take it as deep as you feel comfortable. And stand. Good. Squat for 2. Take it down. Keep pressing up into that bar. And stand. Press or squat for 3. Pressing into the bar. And stand. For 4. Press. And up. And 5. And hold in the bottom. So we're down the bottom of the squat. Bring the bar down to the shoulders and press. For 2. For 3. For 4. For 5. Stand tall. Bar comes back down. Woo. Feet are going to come under the hips. We're going to work through those snatch drops. So now we're going to press ourselves hard down into that overhead squat position. Get set, tight through the shoulders, big breath. Go! Stand tall. Feet come back under. Bar comes down. Get set, eyes straight ahead. Go! Stand tall. Feet come back back under, bar comes down, set, go! Stand, feet come back under, bar comes down, 2 more, nice and tight, go! Stand, feet come back under, bar comes down, last one, big breath, go! Stand, feet come under, bar comes to the front. Now, we're going to play around with the tall muscle snatch. Tall snatch, I should say. What we're going to do, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. We are going to stand tall, like the drop. We're going to pull ourselves down into the bottom of the squat. We are going to pull the bar up close to the body as we pull our body down. We have to make sure that the bar stays close so we're not taking the bar out windmill style. Okay? So eyes straight ahead, nice and tall, ready, go! Stand, feet come back under, bar comes down, nice and tall, nice and set, go! Stand, feet come under, bar comes down, get set, go! Stand, feet come under, bar comes down, 2 more, nice and tall, go! Stand, feet come under, bar comes back down, last one, weight through the midfoot, eyes straight ahead, tall, go! Stand, feet under, bar comes down. Nice. Whew. All right. Yeah, gets you a little warm right there, pretty quick. Excellent work. That's a big throw out to Catalyst Athletics for pulling that one together. That's a great little warm-up. A little bit of different focus in the Bergner, but also very, very key in terms of building some key points to the snatch and our movements for our Oly lifts and mobility. So, what we're going to continue on with now, we're going to move through a little bit of work that's going to involve some pausing in some higher positions. So we're going to build in a little review of our down and finish and our high pull. So my feet are underneath of my hips, nice and tall, my arms stay straight. What we are going to focus on is keeping the arms straight and working through that high pull. So it's going to be a vertical dip, will look like so, down and up. All right, and then we're going to do a high and outside to a hold. All right, so we're going to do a nice high pull to hold. So we get our dip, and then we high pull. We're going to hold this position on the toes, and when I say go, you're going to turn over, pulling yourself back to your heels. So as we turn the hands over, we come into our heels, we land stable, and that bar is in that overhead position. And then from there, we're going to work on a high hang snatch. So then we bring it all together. And we can just land in a power, or we can land in a full. It's up to you. So after that last piece, high pull to hold, what we're going to do is do a high hang snatch. Looks like so. Dip, hop, pulling into that snatch, and feet coming back through. So we're building a little more aggressive. Each position is going to kind of further our abilities to go. Now that hold position is tough. So we want to try and make sure that we are balanced between the big toe and the pinky toe. We have that big tall finish like we do in our finish position, and we have that high and outside position. So we don't normally hang out there in a snatch. This is just a drill, a timing drill for that turnover. When we're pulling into that down position of the snatch, we turn over in that jerk. Same concept, it's that same timing, that snappy snap timing. So please remember that this is just a drill. It's not exactly how we snatch a barbell, okay? So let's practice this together. So it's all going to come from the high hang today, and over time we'll build down. So let's get our feet underneath of our hips or just outside. We're going to do that down and finish. We're going to use a 2-second dip, all right? Get tall, get set, 2, 1, drive. Good. Now we're going to do a high pull hold. Get set, 2, 1, hop, go! Turn over, and then come back down with the bar. And now what we're going to do is we're going to work on that high hang snatch. 2-second dip, 2, 1, hop! Stand tall, feet come under, bar comes down, and just give yourself a little rest for a moment. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see profile for this next set. Again, we're all sticking from the high hang position. So this high hang dip, is vertical. It's the same dip and drive that we use in our push press. So we're using that tomorrow per se in the workout. But yes, we have our nice little push press dip, that nice vertical down and up. So let's try that again from the side. First things first, we get the down and finish. So I'm nice and tall. 2-second dip. 2, 1, hop. Good. High pull hold. 2, 1, hop. Go. Turn over. Come back down. High hang snatch. 2, 1, hop. Stand. Feet come under. Bar comes down. Awesome. So again, working on those key points, that nice finish, building that kind of comfort of being in that power position, that last drive through those legs to get that bar moving. We're going to do one more together. I'll face the camera one last time for this, and then we're going to continue on with a little work set. So standing tall, we have that nice position. Weight through the midfoot, 2-second dip, 2, 1, hook. Now high pull hold, 2, 1, hook. Go. Good, come back down, and high hang snatch. 2, 1, hop. Stand tall, feet come under, bar comes down. Awesome. Give yourself a moment just to breathe, kind of work through that. If you'd like to do more of those, pause the video, take down a few more of those reps if you'd like. If not, come along with me. We're going to work on kind of building off of what we worked on last time. We were pulling from below the knee, which is our floor position with the PVC pipe per se, just so we don't have to search out mid-shin. We were pulling to the hip, then we were taking it to launch, working a high pull, and then doing a snatch. So what we're going to work on today is take it through that same concept, except we're going to work on pulling from below the knee to the hip. We're going to come down to below the knee for the high pull, and then we're going to snatch from below the knee. We're going to bring it all from below the knee today to kind of work on that pull and that patience. So the biggest thing we need to remember is that this whole time that we're pulling from below the knee, this is all set up for us to go vertical. So we have to be really patient. It's really easy for us to want to go and accelerate from here and just go vertical from there. We got to stay over the bar, and we got to keep that patience, keep that strength going until we get it up to that hip. All right? So let's walk this through. We'll take our time through this. We got our wide grip. Feet are underneath of the hips. We're nice and tall. We're going to take it down to our positions, just to review those positions. So let's take it to mid-thigh. Our weight is to the midfoot. My big toe is on the floor. My feet are flat. My shoulders just in front of the bar. We'll take it down to launch. So just above the knee. My weight is the same through my midfoot. My shoulders are still just in front of the bar. Now my hips and shoulders are going to lower together to below the knee. So now we get tight. We're going to push through those feet. Stand the bar up to mid. So we get to the hip. Now we're going to take the bar back down to below the knee. Nice and smooth. Pause. Patience and high pull. Take it up. Good. We're going to come back down to below the knee. And now we got patience and snatch. Go. Stand tall. Feet come under. Bar comes down. So again, building that patience, that time to build before we go vertical. All right? It's hard. It's challenging. But keep that in mind. We want to wait until we get to that hip before we get that nice vertical pull. So now, let's get going. Feet back underneath the hips. We're just outside. We're going to work those positions again. Take the bar, mid-thigh. Shoulders just in front of the bar. Weight through the midfoot. Big toes are down. Take it to launch. Nice and set. Everything comes down together. Now we're going to stand the bar up to the hip. Pull that bar up. Take it to below the knee. Everything comes down. Set. High pull. Good. Now we're going to snatch. Work that patience. Nice and set. Snatch. Stand tall. Feet come under. Bar comes down. You can do another one from this side so you guys can see. So feet again under the hips, nice and tall. We're gonna work our positions down. So take it to mid-thigh, feel that posture, feel that position. Take it to launch. Shoulders just in front of the bar, weight through the midfoot. Everything comes down to below the knee. Nice solid position, active upper back. Stand it to the hip. Come back down below the knee. Set, high pull. Good, now we'll take it back down. Set, snatch. Stand tall, feet come under, bar comes down. Awesome. Nicely done, you guys. I love it. All right, so pause the video if you want to take down a few more reps of that sequence, that complex. Please be my guest. Remember, patience, patience, patience to get that bar up to that mid-thigh before we start making that body go vertical in that final acceleration to that final snatch position. All right? What we're going to do now is we're going to work on that squat development again. So we're going to work on a few things. We're going to work on some holding. We're going to kind of build that overhead squat and that nice upright vertical squat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands out nice and wide. Our feet are in our squat stance, nice and solid. We're going to do a tall muscle snatch. We're just going to pull the bar, pop it overhead, so we're in that good overhead position. Now let's take it down nice and slow. So we're going to do a 3-second lower. Hips to heels, 3, 2, 1, pause for 3, 2, 1, stand. Now we're just going to walk those hands in just a little bit. Now we have to press into that bar. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, hold. 1, 2, 3, stand. Good. Now we want to make sure we're only going as deep as we can maintain position. Let's come in a little bit more. Nice and active overhead. As we get narrower, it's going to get harder. So listen to your body. 3, 2, 1, hold. Stand. Good. Let's take it out a little bit more again. Pressing into that bar. 3, 2, 1, hold. Stand. Good. Then back out to our original width. Pressing into that bar. 3, 2, 1, hold. Stand. Good. Let's bring that bar to the front. We'll shake those arms out a little bit. We're going to bring our hands in so it's a thumb and a thumb. We're going to pull the bar up and bring it to the shoulders. Feet are going to be in our normal squat stance. We're going to do a couple good mornings. So we're going to squeeze our glutes, pull the hips back, and then from here, stand tall. Squeeze, pull back, stand tall, squeeze, pull back, and stand tall. Good. From here, we'll press it up, bring it back down. We're just going to work a few tempo squats. So regular squat stance, nothing in our hands, nice and solid. Take that hip to heel, down, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pause, stand, 1, 2, 3. Good. Take it down again. 3, 2, 1, pause. Stand, 1, 2, 3. Last one, take it down. 3, 2, 1, pause. Weight through the midfoot. Stand, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. All right. Nice little piece there just to work on opening up that upper body a little bit in that squat, which will hopefully, as we move and build, open up those ankles, those hips, keeping that body as upright as we can to build that squat mechanic. Very good job today, you guys. Hope you had some fun. Scroll back, have some more fun with the work sets, replay, do what you got to do with these things. If you want to do more reps in certain pieces, please do so. We'll come back at you next week with some more Broomstick Oly. Stay tuned, have fun, and remember, work for quality, and we'll see you soon. Bye, you guys.